And he takes out the letter that he's gotten from her, and he says, "Here's my dance card. Let me smell the envelope for the 100th time." And for the 100th time, it smells like offices. Well, what do you expect? She can't be asking her secretary to send out perfumed mail. What if she's allergic? Rest the old butt, Krieger, you rogue. "Dear Mr. Krieger," dear. She calls me dear, and she hasn't even met me. "Thank you for the fascinating letter and the excellent poem." See, you're fascinating. That is a not too common word, and carefully chosen. This woman is a writer and a philosopher, after all, and her language is precise. "I do agree that there is a place," this is what his letter was about, "I do agree that there is a place for righteous anger, even in the economy of love." Love. Love. She speaketh to me of love. Your idea that there is an anger equivalent to agape in the eros-agape duality seems quite pregnant, and I hope you will be able to develop it at length. Now, she said that, not I. Pregnant. If that isn't a come on, I don't know what is. Yes, I'll be in New York in July for the New School Symposium. I would be happy to have lunch with you on the 21st, and we can discuss all this in detail. Can we meet in the New School lobby at 12:30? We'll decide what to do from there. Please contact my secretary to confirm, and I look forward to meeting with you. Yours sincerely, Martha Nussbaum. And I to meeting with you, oh Helen of Academe. I knew it, I just knew she'd see me. Invest 39 cents and come up with $1 million baby. It's better than the Publishers Clearinghouse. 12:26. Now, will she come early, en punto, a little late, or lots late? You're having your first exam right now, my suave and svelte. At least I think you're suave and svelte. Now that I think about it, I've only seen pictures of your pulchritudinous punum. What if she's 300 pounds with a ravishing thin punum? How will I get out of this? I'm going to have to spend an hour theorizing with her over lunch, and then I'm going to have to pick up the bill. She's a full professor, and I have to pay the bill? Oh my God, that's her. Across a crowded room. I can't believe it. Everything I want in one trim package. Oh man, long evenings with that on my lap, reading Catullus. Amor vincit insomnia. Oh God, I hope she's not disappointed when she sees me. I didn't eat all week. I only lost 2 pounds. What does she want? Perfection? Professor Nussbaum?
Mr. Krieger?
Yes, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Please call me Martha. I've had enough Professor Nussbaum for today.
Why is that? What happened?
A seminar on my patriotism article, or non-patriotism.
This is, by the way, a real book, which is probably on the shelf. Oh, I'm ashamed to say I haven't read it.
I was arguing that our primary loyalty should be to humanity as a whole, not to a parochial national identity.
So what's wrong with that?
Oh, there were lots of objections, from silliness like, how can you be loyal to the world at large when there's no world state, to more substantial objections about the way people reach out conceptually from the local to the universal.
So you can't be loyal to your sweetie and humanity at the same time? Or is this one of those little ethics class problems about who do you save from a fire if you can only save one?
No, of course you're right.
And eating your children.
Well, not quite that, but I see you've had some taste of academia. What do you do?
Well, let's go eat, speaking of Susan Smith, and I'll tell you. Where would you like to eat? Want to eat in the cafeteria? By the way, you can call me Alan.
All right, Alan. But no, I usually don't eat lunch. I'll just sit with you and eat my power bar.
So they head for Union Square, which is a couple of blocks from the new school. You sure you wouldn't like one little Wurstchen from that nice man?
I don't eat hot dogs.
Oh, but this isn't a hot dog, please. This is a Hebrew national Frankfurter. You know, like the Frankfurt School, the Institute for Sozialforschung.
Yeah, Hebrew National Franks are my one sin in thought. But I haven't eaten red meat for years.
It's not really red, it's just food coloring.
And I've been a complete vegetarian for the past year, since I've been thinking and writing about animal rights.
Well, hot dogs are vegetables.
So, no, thank you.
A woman of principle. Do you ever eat real food?
Dinner without fail, and I really tear into it. By then I'm absolutely starving, and I eat everything in sight.
Provided it's vegetable or mineral. Keeps you trim.
That and running 30 miles a week.
Oy, is that a job for a good Jewish girl? They sit down on the grass together.
How do you know I'm Jewish?
With a name like Nussbaum?
I could be German. It could be my husband's name.
Well, actually, I know quite a bit about you. It's unfair, of course, but you're a public figure, and this stuff is out there.
What do you know about me?
Well, let's see. You were born in 1947, which makes you more than 50. Sorry, but I don't know what day.
May 6th.
May 6th? Holy McCracken, I can't believe it. That's Freud's birthday. Mine's Tolstoy's, September 10th.
How nice.
Yeah, I'm a Dostoevsky man myself.
George Steiner says the world is divided between them.
You betcha. It would be possible, he says, to determine two types among men's souls. The one inclined toward the spirit of Tolstoy, the other toward that of Dostoevsky.
Did you just pull that out of the air?
I have a pretty good memory. Besides, Steiner's book changed my life. I bought it at a library sale. This is true, but I bought it at a library sale for 10 cents when I was 15. I wanted to know all about Russian literature without having to read it.
Why?
So I could impress girls.
I mean, why not read it?
The books were too fat.
What's wrong with fat?
Well, when you're 15, you like skinny.
I like fat. In fact, I'd never read a book if it was less than 500 pages.
Why?
I wanted to impress the boys.
Oh, you must have been very impressive.
Oh, I was. No one would come near me.
Mustard on your white blouse.
Well, I'll just pretend it's a summer decoration till I get back to my hotel.
It makes me hungry, though. Cookie? Martha shook her head. Alan lumbered to the stand. He's very fat. Alan lumbered to the stand a bit stiff in the knees and returned with 2 large chocolate chip cookies, both for him. I never turn down a chocolate chip cookie. It's one of my principles. It keeps me at optimal weight. Okay, now let's get to the good part. So you went to Harvard, snooty, in 1969 at the height of the Youth Rebellion.
And I met Alan Nussbaum. He was the only other classics major in my whole class.
And what did your father think of him?
You mean Daddy? He hated him. Not only was he an impoverished classics student, he was Jewish. They don't like Jews or blacks in Georgia.
So, classic triangulation. You married him. What delicious revenge.
He was so much like my father. I was born on Freud's birthday, after all. Of course I married him. And I converted to Judaism.
Oh, my daughter, oh, my ducats, oh, my daughter fled with a Jew. But you split up. Why's that?
Ellen, this is getting creepy. I don't know how we got on all this, but really, that's none of your business, and I don't even know you.
Okay, good. Let me recap, and you kibitz, okay? So, love. It's generally accepted that there are 2 vastly different kinds of love, right? Eros and agape.
Right.
Now, it's also generally accepted that the other side of passionate love is passionate hate, passionate anger. So, here's the problem. If passionate love can transform into passionate anger, what can disinterested love transform into?
Disinterested anger? No such thing.
Let me refer you to the writings of one Martha C. Nussbaum. Why else did I write to you? Professor Nussbaum draws our attention to the assertion of rational emotion, as propounded by the Greeks, especially Aristotle, and according to the old man, and according to Martha. Emotions are not simply